this week. So this is a continuation of the previous live stream from last week, where we're building uh, a website where we're gonna sell African clothes and stuff like that. So I'm not too sure what exactly we're gonna be building, but we have Sarah here who's gonna be describing everything that's gonna happen today. So please, Sarah, give us a warm welcome and a brief description of what we're going to be building today.
Okay. Yes, we're actually going to be building a dream project of mine. Somebody said, hello, I like the new intro. Thank you. The team was just working on that. So
Seems like everyone's liking the new intro.
I know, right? That's cool. I'm excited to see what it looks like at the end once it has the African textiles. So basically, I am an operations leader. I've led different organizations, actually in different parts of the world. And for a period of time, I lived in West Africa. And in this particular region, they did a lot of hand-dyed and hand-woven textiles that were just visually very beautiful, like beautiful bold colors, really interesting weaves, and there was this artistry that felt like a lost art in a sense, because when you're used to buying your clothes off the rack, you just walk into the store and it's like, okay, you just and I'm cool, of course there's cool. I actually like fashion, so I'm understating how cool fashion can be, but you get what I'm saying. And so in this instance, I was able to meet like textile dyers who had been doing it for literally generations. There were villages that I went to where they would dye the textiles through these processes using like natural dyes, and it was just so beautiful. And I became really taken in the story and meeting the people who were doing it and seeing how they were doing it and how entire communities were being supported by textile dyeing, and so that was sort of my first step. And so I started buying all of these textiles, and I didn't even have a purpose for them. I was just buying them because they were beautiful. And then I got introduced to tailor-made clothes because in West Africa, this is very common. Like when you have an event, whether it's a wedding or a birthday, you don't go to the store to buy new garments. You go to your tailor and you have something custom made for you.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. And so I started to take these fabrics that I had been gathering, and I found a tailor who was phenomenal. And I was amazed at how she could just look at my body. She would take a few measurements just quickly, and then I would come back the next day and she would have dresses made for me, and like it was just amazing. And so
I need this tailor's phone number, because I'm having the same issue here where there's no tailors that do it that quickly.
Yeah,
I've never seen a tailor that does stuff that quickly.
Yeah, so that's cool, because one of the things that I know we will do after we have the site up and we get a little bit of traction underneath us is actually have what I like to call a pop-up fashion shop, where I bring my tailor and she brings her machine, and we have the textiles with us, and we let people choose some textile and then have something custom made. Because this concept is one where it's like all of the garments mean something, and maybe it's for a particular event. And so it's kind of like building a wardrobe with things that have meaning. So I decided at that point that I wanted to start an online marketplace that would mimic sort of like an African market. And in the online marketplace, I would feature artisan made goods from my home country of Liberia, but then also other countries that I visit. And so through my operational work, I've worked in Kenya and in Ghana, and now actually the Lord's opening doors for Nigeria. And so I have relationships with artisans in different places, and I have a catalog of items. And so now I'm excited, because when you say, what are we building? We're building my dream marketplace.
That sounds great. So this is where we come in, right, with Biela. We're gonna be building
Exactly.
your
And
dream marketplace.
we merge like the artistic with the technical so that we can take
Like
things that were
bleeding edge
literally in
technical,
the
not just
villages
technical.
of West Africa and put them online, put them on the digital market.
Exactly. We're using bleeding edge AI technology. We're going to be building a website following previous week's progress that we did on the website. So we're going to show the actual website that we have made last week. So this is what we have from last week. And so let me ask you a question, Sarah. So this is your logo here, right?
It is.
Musu. So what do you think about the current website?
Yeah.
What do you want improved, actually, is a better question.
Yeah. So in terms of the flow
Maybe we
from
should
the
make
beginning,
this full screen. Yeah, like this.
sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I like the fact that it opens to a hero video. I like that a lot. I also like the second part. So like from the site organization, it feels really good. So I like that we have categories right underneath that, because my categories are not necessarily typical.
Yeah.
Because I have things for the home, which include artwork, and then I have some majority of things for women and children, and then I have a few things for men right now, custom bow ties and things like this.
Okay.
So I like the fact that the categories are right underneath, so you can clearly see, what that is. Yeah,
So
new
you said
arrivals
you
or maybe
might wanna, excuse me for interrupting, but you say you might want to focus more on women categories because you don't have that many men's clothes, right?
If I were going to say priority, it would probably be women and then home and then kids and then men would be last. So maybe moving men all the way over
Okay. So
to the right. But in terms of, yes, I those are the right categories.
I see. Okay. Well, let's do a first prompt, right? Like let's create a first prompt. So, do you like the colors currently as it stands? Do you like the way the colors feel? Do you want a different color theme, maybe perhaps? Do you want to change the video?
Yeah, I definitely want to change the video because it should reflect a.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, right?
Yeah, I think that was one of the things we talked about, and Adam had kind of chimed in, which made perfect sense in terms of what the AI will sort of naturally build. But obviously, if I'm not considering the content and I'm just looking at the layout, I like the hero video. The images are fine in terms of categorically, but obviously the whole thing should have a West African feel, which
It's
West Africa.
a more cultural, yeah, a more cultural taste to it, right? I agree, and I think we noticed that last day that we mentioned that the AI has this sort of kind of bias to it. Sorry to step in, but yes, so
No, it's no problem, Adam.
I think that we're sort of on the same page that probably that hero video is great if we could just get it more of an authentic flair to it, so it reflects the West African mood of the business, the way it. But the materials that the lady seems to be working with are fine. They're natural materials, right, Sarah? You mentioned that the materials are all natural materials, right?
Yeah.
Indeed. Okay, so let me just come up with an idea here. What about, I was thinking for a video, maybe we could have like a market, like an African market, playing here with clothes and fabric, stuff like that. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe if you say clothing, fabric, and artwork.
Okay. Well, we do have a content studio, so maybe we can try the video and let's see if let's see what it creates. So let's go ahead and ask to please make a African market video.
West African.
Oh yeah, true. A West African market video where they sell fabrics and clothes with.
Now, also, I do have some product images. I don't know how you would potentially want to add those so that maybe it gets a feel.
Just send them where you feel like sending them, and I'll upload them directly into Biela because that's possible. We can just simply upload any video, any media that you have. What kind of media do you have? Videos or images or what?
I have everything, but I did prepare a few just for today that would be like under the size limits, so that way we could use them. But I can give you images, but not video.
Okay, well,
That's
please
fine.
do make sure you send the images over, and I'll be sure to upload them, so that maybe we can use them in the preview here, right? For the categories, that would probably make a lot more sense for the images. And are these like product images, or what exactly are they?
Yeah. So what the one that I'm going to start with is the very first dress that I ever made with the very first piece of fabric that I ever received.
Okay.
So I'm putting it in the chat that we have internally.
And again, we can ask for the materials as well. So the fabrics are made of, it's cotton and natural fibers. So Theodore, you could focus on even things like that, whether it's patch or what do they call them? Pieces of materials, so that it displays, Sarah, what do you think displays the type of material, lets the consumer know that these are the materials we're using and they're natural and they're not dyed in any heavy sort of dyes.
Yeah, so I just dropped. Did you get Theo, can you see the?
I did get them.
Okay, perfect. So you have two that are on the mannequin and then two on a model. And
Okay.
possible we could use the AI to generate like a moving image that sort of shows the model maybe like moving. Oh, that's fun.
Oh yeah, this is the video. Okay, so it did create. I think it. I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't been to West Africa, but you can tell me, please,
It actually,
if this is accurate.
well, I mean, in terms of the fabrics and the way they're stacked, like, yeah, it's actually pretty good.
It is, right? Okay.
I mean, if I were designing the frame, I would include some artwork and some jewelry as well. But like, yeah, that's kind of looks how the textiles are displayed.
Okay. Well, let's save this to library, and if it's not up to standards, maybe we can change it later on.
Yeah, we'll change it later.
Perfect.
But
Okay.
it's more close to than the missionary woman who was.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add this to the chat and ask it to. Hopefully, I'm audible, guys. Right? Like, can you
Yes,
hear
you're
me?
absolutely fine. You're fine.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you
you're
so much.
fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna add this to the chat here, and I'm gonna tell the AI to please add this video to replace the hero section video, the current hero section video. And let's give this as a first prompt and see if it's able to do that, and I'm sure it will be.
In doing
Next
so,
thing-
Theo, I have a question. When you do that, do you need to tell it to keep the text in there, or will it do that on its own?
No. I don't have to tell it basically anything. I can just be as vague as possible. I can not code, but I can write this with my eyes closed and probably just basically half asleep, and it'll basically do anything
There
that
you
you
go. There
ask
you
it
go.
to.
So
But
it's kept
also,
all the text.
what's more important though is you can actually attach voice input. So if you click on this, it'll take your voice, so you don't even have to type anymore with BL, which is pretty crazy if you think about it, right? Like, you can just say stuff and it's going to be able to interpret that, and it's going to be able to know what you mean, and it's going to create it. You don't even have to touch a keyboard, anything like that. So yeah. it did add the video, which it looks pretty good. Now let me change the layout of the category. So please change the category section so that the woman, you said Sarah, right, comes first.
Sure.
Comes first. Then the home goods, I believe you said.
Sure. I think so.
Then the girls, and lastly, the men. Let's give that as well.
Can you actually add another one for art?
For art. And
Yeah.
where should this be placed?
Can it be under the same? So instead of 4, there's 5?
Okay, but between which?
Oh, we did women.
So there's women, there's home goods, girls, and then men.
Okay, yeah, it can go after
After men.
after men, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's just wait for this to finish.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give that prompt as well. Okay. Let's see. So we have a category here for men. And, well, let's go to women first. Oops. Okay, it's done. That was so quick, actually. And it did it. Perfect. Okay, please add another category called arts. Art or art? How should I call it?
Art.
Art? Okay,
Art.
perfect. Art or art? Okay, we'll just go art. And that should be good. Okay, so I wanted to check out the women's section here. And so with the images you told me to, you sent me, Sarah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna upload so the first 4 images you sent are basically the same thing, right? Like there's the same product.
It's the same product, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So the viewers don't really know what I'm seeing right now, but I'm gonna just save these images. Oh man, it's gonna take a little bit because it's 4 images and it shouldn't take too long. Okay, so I downloaded all of them and it made this as well, but we're not gonna use that. I didn't specify it to add on the...
Where you wanted it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're gonna change that. So please move the art in line with the first 4 categories. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, and while it's doing that, I'm gonna upload the files, and it's as easy as just dragging and dropping. So let's see, we got one here, and we'll upload this. And then got another one here. Upload this. Another one here. And another one right here. So, Sarah, I just want to ask you, what do you want to do with these? Do you just want to display them as they are, or do you want to modify them a little bit with the Content Studio AI? We're going to tell, if you want to modify this, just to tell you this prior to actually doing it, if you want to do it. If we modify these with AI, we're going to tell the AI to keep the same style, so it's going to look absolutely the same.
Okay.
But it's just going to change the background, maybe cut it a little bit, like crop it a little bit.
Yeah.
So do you want that, or do you want to just upload these as they are?
Yeah, no, let's give it a try.
Let's give
Can
it
we
a try.
put them on
Okay.
a person? Is it possible, Theo, to put them on a person?
But
There-
they are on a person already, Adam.
He does have
There are two that might
That are
be
t-
more interesting on a person.
On a person.
Could
You're
it do
right,
that?
Adam. You are right, Adam. You know what? We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. So, please, what background? Do you guys have a background we could use? Like, do you guys have any ideas for a background?
Well, given the fact that the textiles are the feature, the background should be, rather neutral, so that the textiles pop.
I
Maybe
see. I
a
see.
studio style
A
background.
studio style?
Yeah.
We'll see about that. So, yeah, here, then Content Studio, please change the background to be a muted color, right? So that the fabric fabric's colors
Maybe
pop
say
out.
like maybe say like a warm neutral.
Warm neutral color so that the fabric's colors pop out more. And we're gonna do 1 by aspect ratio 1 by 1, 1 to 1, sorry. And put the fabric, not fabric, clothing on a person, on an West African person
Woman.
or woman. Yeah,
Woman, yeah.
perfect. I'm thinking about what to write here, so I'm not really
No, you're good.
too. Okay, let's edit the image. And whilst doing that, we can proceed with another AI edit to this website. Oh, look, it did this art thing. Perfect. Okay. So, let's see. We have new arrivals here. We have a quick view. We have the sizes. It looks pretty good. We can check the size and we can add to cart. Perfect. Okay, well. What do you guys think? Maybe we should connect this to the, oh, look. What do you guys think about this?
It's nice.
Looks pretty good, right? What do you think, Sarah?
Relative to the other one, Sarah, what if you think if we put the same background on the others? Or is
Yeah.
it too much? I think it looks very nice.
Yeah, I think it looks nice. I think it looks nice.
Right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna save to library. Let's upload. Perfect. And so this, we did the front. Let's do a backside one as well. AI image edit. Please.
Use the same background, Theo. Try to keep it consistent, maybe.
Exactly. Okay, please change the background to a warm neutral color. And put the clothing on a West African woman. I think this is as similar as I can get it to the last one, right? Okay. So, I was thinking today, maybe we could connect it to a database. What do you guys think?
Yeah. That
Yeah, we
sounds
can
good.
try.
Yep. Sounds good, right? Okay. Let's give it the... Actually, let's connect it first. Actually, I'm gonna wait for the Content Studio first,
Okay.
just to see what it looks like. Cause I'm a little bit curious about it, and then I'm gonna connect the database, and it was pretty good. I don't really like the pose. I mean, she's not very photogenic.
Yeah, no,
Right?
from the back it doesn't look great. I wouldn't use that image. And
I
also
mean,
the background kind of has a lot going on with different things. Yeah, I don't. It's not. Smooth.
Yeah, it's a little bit geometric. Okay. Let's retry. So please make the background a single color, warm neutral color, and make the woman do a pose. Do a pose? Should I say
More
that? Do
natural. A more natural looking pose, maybe, as opposed to someone just sort of
True.
standing there. Maybe a more natural standing pose.
Natural standing pose. She looks very I don't know if you guys know about the times where when you were like game editing, like when you're making a game, you have like a person and you place that person in your world, it stands just like this.
Like that.
Just a weird reference like that. But yeah, okay, let's connect to the database. So I think I already have a couple Supabase projects, but I can make a new one. So let's just create a new Supabase database. And
Now, I have, because Alex gave me the homework of creating a Supabase, I have my own. So my question is, as you do this now, will we be able to transfer that to my Supabase account?
oh, you have your own Supabase account already.
I do.
Well, why didn't you say so? Yeah, sure. If you give me your Supabase account, we can just connect it directly to the project.
Okay.
But did you? It's just a simple Supabase account, right?
Yeah, it is. It's in fact it's the free. It's a free Superbase.
I see. Okay. So if you can just give me the credentials for that Supabase account, I can just log in and then we'll
Okay.
be able to connect to, and I'll also be able to show the people how easy it is to connect your Supabase account. It's very easy to make one.
Okay. Perfect.
And afterwards, we're actually going to stop this prompt so that it doesn't create a database yet. So we're going to disconnect. Let's disconnect. Perfect.
Okay.
And
then I also, maybe while you're, I don't know if you can do this, but I sent you thumbnails for the home section.
you did.
And then I'm also sending you for home and for art, and I'm sending you one for kids.
Okay, but just send me the credentials first, please, if you
Okay.
can.
Okay, sounds good. Don't worry, that was already there. Okay, now.
So was it simple to sort of to create that sort of simple Supabase? And Theo, can you help out? I mean, is it required to have a Supabase account, or can Biela create one for you?
Well, let me explain this. So,
and also
when you go,
what Supabase is for.
So, okay, I'll explain a couple things. So, regarding the Supabase account, you got to make your own Supabase account because Supabase and DBL are not really, they're different companies. So you just got to make an account there. But what you can do is, let's say we go here in the settings and we go into database. I'm going to disconnect my own Supabase account and I'll go back to code. And if I click on connect database, you guys won't be able to see this. But what it does, it basically opens up a Supabase URL where I can sign in or sign up, whatever it is that I want to do. And have you sent me the credentials?
No, I'm working on it.
Okay. So once you sign in or sign up, it's gonna redirect you back to Biela right here, and it's gonna say database connected or something like that. And from there you can create.
Process.
It's very simple. It's like 2 buttons actually. It's super simple. Yes. And afterwards, after you connect to your own database account, you can just create a database or use another database that you already have, and it's just going to adapt to the project automatically, as you can see here. So this currently says disconnected, but if you connected a new database, it's going to ask you if you want to, it's going to recommend basically if you want to adapt the project to your current database, and it's going to list all the schemas. Schemas are basically all the tables and stuff like that. So it's very user friendly, and I always use this thing, and it's super easy to use. Also, regarding the if it's necessary, well, it's not necessary to connect a Supabase account to Biela. We're basically connected a Supabase account today because this is a store, and what the stores have, they have products, they have prices, they have images, they have stuff like this that needs to be stored in a database. And what easier way to store items from a shop than with Supabase, since it's already built into Biela, right? So it's dead easy to implement, and it's super easy to manage as well. And you can just ask Biela to do all the migrations, which are basically modifications to your database and tables and stuff like that. But yeah, for today we're just gonna be. Yeah, Biela just does all of that, and yeah, for today we're just gonna be connecting Supabase to this project, and that's gonna let us insert items across the website, and it's gonna let us track who purchased it, who saw it, who stuff like this. So it's gonna let us do a lot of stuff.
Okay, you have my credentials.
I do have your credentials, yes. That's your email. And I assume afterwards that's the password, right?
Yeah, so I just copied from my password manager.
I see. Okay, you don't have to say that.
Oh,
These are
When the call is over, I'm sure she's going to be changing that, so don't you worry about that, Theo.
well, I sure hope she will. But
oh,
unfortunately, it
yeah.
says it doesn't work. Invalid login credentials? Why is that?
I don't know.
Are you sure it's correct?
Well, I just copied and pasted, so I would think so.
Sign in. Did you use Google or something like that? Oh, you used Google. Oh well, I can't really log into your Google account.
Oh,
Well,
no, I didn't use Google. Oh, you mean in order to create an
okay,
account?
you know what? Let's just use my account and then we'll transfer it because it's very easy afterwards. Okay.
Perfect.
Let's just not waste any more
And
time.
this
using
is a
this.
simple step, actually, right? To go-
It is a
going
simple
to-
step. We're just having trouble
Exactly,
connecting
right?
to the account of Supabase. And I'm not sure if you guys are seeing this, but I'm just getting a successfully connected message from Biela. And there we go. We're back to Biela now. And it says connect database. And I should have all my databases here listed. But if not, let's check. So I'm currently going into Supabase. Okay, let's see. Create new Supabase database. Let's see. And this is going to take a little bit of time, but in the meantime, we can take a look at this. And I think the pose wasn't, didn't
we
change
got the
that much.
background right. It looks like we got the background right. And
The
this
background is good,
probably-
yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the prompt that we gave it, right? I mean, this is just
Probably.
another example of the prompt makes the image here, right? If we
Exactly.
had prompted it just a little clearer to have a different pose, we just said natural pose. It took
But,
her away from this background with her hands down, right?
But you know, Adam, the pose is not that important. What's important is the actual product, right? And Sarah, tell me, does this look good? Wait. So this is exactly how the fabric looks, right?
Yes.
That's perfect.
In terms of, did it represent? Yes. Do I like the photo? No.
What do you not like about the photo? What's not to like about this?
Go back to your
Previous?
content library. Yeah, you can see the photos that I like. So this one I like. Yeah, the two that I submitted I like, and because they look
You just want a more
real.
stylish pose,
It's more
I suppose.
stylish. Yeah, this
Okay.
the one that you have looking straight on, it looks like a solid product photo, so you can see the garment, but the back it just doesn't represent. Yeah, I think that looks
I
nice.
see. I see. Okay.
Do we need the 3 poses, actually, Sarah? Do you think we actually need the 3?
Well, I think we're getting into like the UX in general. What I would like to
Yes.
see from a fashion perspective is a product image that's easy to see and understand. Then when I click on it, I want to see it move. So that way I can see sort of how the fabric moves. So the concept of creating like a simple video of maybe her turning around, or maybe taking the image of the model that I already have and saying like, make her turn around in a circle. So that way you can kind of see the movement, because it is 100% cotton and it has nice movement. Then that's what I would like to see as a shopper.
I see. I see. Okay. Well,
Did you put her on
we
a
can
runway,
change that
Theo?
later on. But I just wanted to chime in and say a couple things about what Biel asked me after we connected to the database. So it asked me a thing here. So would you like me to set up a complete e-commerce database schema now? And this is quite important. Like, this is such an important question to ask me, because it's basically asking me if I want to let the AI do all of the database from top to bottom. So basically handle the tables, handle the basically everything. Let Biela handle all of the complicated something that you would hire somebody like an accountant or a programmer to do, right? And
All the
we're just
heavy
letting
lifting,
Biela,
basically.
right? We're just letting Biela handle this itself. And I'm just gonna say, yes, please set up a complete e-commerce database schema. And I'm just
All
gonna,
the heavy lifting is handled by Biela here.
exactly. Okay, back
And what
to
type-
the,
Yeah.
excuse me, Sarah, you can repeat if you want.
Yeah, I guess what type, like, is that mean, like, what type of databases? Like, so for instance, my site is live, and now there's a button that says click here for newsletter. So now when they click for newsletter, then will their name be entered into my database? Like, is that's what's being created?
Yes, yes, actually, that's a good feature to add. Like, that's a good idea. So yes, if let's say you have here at the bottom the newsletter or the, yeah, this is basically a newsletter.
Newsletter sign up.
So when somebody enters their email and clicks subscribe, this is what this is gonna do is gonna put their email into the database, and periodically, let's say you have an admin page on this website or another website, you connect that database to it, and since you have the emails saved in a database, you can then write your own newsletter or email that you want to send out, and click a single button, and it's going to send it to all of the list of the people. Or you can set up an automatic, list, an automatic sender for emails. You just have to write the email yourself, or ask the AI. Also, this is something also Biela can do. Write an email for you.
So you'll be able to manage your
shoppers, basically your fans. You can manage their emails and
Your customer
well, not
base,
really.
yes, your customer base. You'll be able to
Exactly.
keep track of the customers, interact with them in that sense. So when they
Exactly,
apply for a
exactly.
newsletter, you can reply back to them. So it becomes very much so almost like an agent for you in that sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
So the Superbase creates the back end, but what about the visual? Maybe you'll show me, but like, what does that visual dashboard look like? Because I'm assuming there's a login. I go to the main page, and then there's a login so that I can see the back end side or the admin's part of the page. Is that correct?
You're talking about the newsletter, right? You
Well,
wanna?
about all of everything that Superbase is creating, where I enter product photos. Is that where, or do I enter my product photos on the front end side with Biela?
So we're currently using Biela to do everything right now, and that's what we're gonna ask it to do. We're gonna ask Biela to enter specific images into the database. But the database, we can hold the images. I mean, actually, I think it's a good point that you brought up. So this database, Supabase thing, has a bucket storage, it's called. And what this does is it lets you store images on it. But you also have Content Studio from Biela, which is your personal
Okay.
storage here. So you have options, of course, if you wanna do it that way. But I think you also mentioned something about viewing the database, right?
Well, I think I just
You
you're
can't.
here's the thing. Now you're talking to an absolute novice, so this is not
Yeah, okay.
who understands how the infrastructure is built. So when I'm creating a Superbase backend, I want to know what that means. And so visually, I have to almost see what that means for me to really understand what I'm creating. So
Well,
that's why I'm asking the question. Because when I think about a customer coming to my site, I'm thinking, okay, they're going to sign up for an email, sure. But then also when they see an image that they like or a product that they like, they're going to click, I want this in a size medium. And then in my mind, I'm thinking it connects to the back end. but is that correct? Because we're building the entire thing. So what does that mean?
Well,
Maybe Adam, you can help me translate. I don't know.
Adam is the least person that can help you translate, but I will try to understand from some of the boys. Leo, Marius, anything to chime in
Yeah.
here?
I think Sarah is talking about an admin dashboard where she can control everything inside the database, right, Sarah? A place where you can see everything. You can edit, add, or all the operations you want.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm asking about. I think so.
Yeah. So basically, we can create that with Biela when we do the login and the authentication system. You will have your own credentials, and when you log in, you will go to your custom page where you can edit, view, delete everything you want from the database.
Okay.
So at that point, you become like the administrator. You can see everything that
Exactly.
you want to see, and you can control everything from a super admin.
Okay. And so that's not what we're creating with Supabase, which is fine. I was just trying to understand that part.
okay,
So
so
we will create that with Supabase,
Well, we'll use
but
Base.
later on.
Yeah.
okay, so now BL is asking us if we want to seed some sample data for your categories and products. And for this, what I'm going to ask is I wanted to use the products from here, right? So let's give it a link here. Please use this image for a woman's, what would you call this? Is this a dress or what exactly is this?
Yes, it's called a box dress.
Can you spell that for me? Box dress?
BOX.
Oh, box. Okay, just simple box. Box dress. Do you have sizes available for this?
This is small, medium, and then also large and extra large. So only two sizes.
S, M, and large and extra large, right?
Correct.
Okay. With a price of? Or do you want to add this later on?
Yeah, we'll do pricing.
We'll do pricing later on? Okay, perfect. With a, actually I'm gonna specify a price that we're gonna enter later on. And I think that's it. Also add this product. Actually, did I say for a woman's box dress? Okay. Please add this. What else did we
Sarah,
have?
you
Oh, yeah.
must be very proud of yourself. You've got 3 men here designing a women's shop, and they're all doing fairly a good job, as you can see.
Let me add the furniture, right? The home goods. So let me add this to the content studio here.
And basically I gave you just a thumbnail for each of the sections.
So before we run this prompt, do you want to modify this a little bit? Maybe change the background or something like that?
No, I think it's fine. I think if anything for the backgrounds, if I'm looking just visually, is that they should all have a neutral background. They shouldn't,
Okay.
like, so the reason why they're on white is so that it is
So that it pops out more, the color, yeah. I understand. And what would you call this? What do you want to call it?
I mean, just since it's on the thumbnail, I think that it's fine for home goods. Like, so the thumbnail is for home goods, or you're because
I mean,
this is
I'm just asking for the so home goods is the category, I believe,
category,
right?
yeah. So this is
It's
a
not a product.
throw. It's called throw THROW slash
Throw.
And pillow combination. So it's a throw and it's an accent.
Throw pillow.
Yeah, throw pillow. I'm trying to think of.
We can change the name later on. Just give me like something to work with, please.
I would call it.
Yeah, the guys are being a big help here.
Yeah.
come on, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll just
can
call it a
change them
throw
up.
pillow. We'll just call it a throw pillow because it's
You
in
can
the
call
home
it
goods.
throw pillow and accent. That's just fine.
Throw pillow and
And-
accent, Theo. Go with throw pillow and accent.
Yes.
Perfect. An accent item. So, also add this product in the home goods category as a, and I'm gonna put this in quotes so that it doesn't mess up. Throw pillow and accent item with a price that's gonna come later on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and with the image, and I'm gonna copy the image link. And what else did we have here? So, oh, there's no sizes
Okay,
for
these are all-
pillows, right?
No.
Okay, we'll just run this prompt and let's see if it adds it to
These
the.
are all natural materials, right? Again, we're dealing with natural materials here, so that's part of the whole feel and vibe of it. Is that right, Sarah?
Yeah. All 100% cotton, natural fibers.
You have Adam here. He only loves natural material. So let's see what Biela asked me. So could you please complete your request? I need to know product name for the throw pillow. Well, I just specified it to you. Come on. Please use the product name, throw pillow, and accent
Blanket. You can say accent blanket.
blanket. I'm gonna add like that. Sizes variance, no sizes. It's a pillow. Price, just leave it for later. But as you can see, guys, Biela is very interactive. So if it feels like it doesn't have enough context or information from you, it's gonna ask you in the chat. It's simple, right? So you just gotta provide the information. Okay. Got a little bit of coffee here so that we can type a little bit faster. But I really love the video that it created here. Okay, let's see.
Now,
What else should we work on? What do you guys think? You guys have any ideas what we should work on?
Sarah, how about the contact us section? Are there things there that we can, because a lot of times when you start one of these new businesses, you want to be able to keep in touch with your customers. So things like how customers can contact us, how they can order, what kind of payment options are there, things like that. Anything that sort of identifies the customers for me as the business owner. So Marius, Theo, Leo, what do you think about things we need to do to help us identify our customers within our database, within our site?
Hold on, give me a second so I can do the prompt here. So since we created a database, we didn't tell it to add these products to the list here because it's currently still using placeholder items. And instead, we're going to ask it to add these items to the newly added section on the home page. And
I'm also looking at the chat. This is so exciting. Someone says, my sister would love that dress. Yay, I'm excited. Your sister can one day soon buy that dress because yes, I would say worldwide, not quite yet, but definitely domestic. We'll do domestic shipping in the US. But I'm working on how to get distribution a bit larger.
okay.
Yeah, so that's answering in the chat. Where are, I'm looking at the chat. The person who asked, will the store be available worldwide? What, that's the dev player 506. Where are you currently located?
Well, since we're
that's
waiting
okay.
for them to
Put in the
respond.
chat, you just gave me an idea, an intermediary site through where you can order a wide variety of different providers and deliver as gifts. Yeah, that's nice. That's very good.
You know, I think actually delivery companies can actually ship worldwide, right? And you can have a quote. I think you can use APIs. I'm just talking currently. I haven't done this before. This is like my first time building a shop, right? And I don't know much about the shipping and how it handles things, but I assume there's like an API from DHL, let's say, maybe
Yes.
UPS, that you can
Aramex here in the UAE
FedEx, stuff
has
like this,
one.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. The various shipping companies have
And-
APIs that can be sent into the websites themselves. So
Yep.
anybody that does shipping for an e-commerce site or any kind of business where they're shipping products easily can sort of get those APIs for their businesses, and they're quite
Yep.
happy to give them because it allows people to use them.
Yep, and we can integrate that into the checkout page, right? So when a user buys a product, right, they open the cart, they go to checkout. I'm not sure if we have a checkout. Oh yeah, we do. So here we can integrate an API quota, basically a quota calculator. So once you enter the address and a city, maybe a postal code actually, I think. Oh, we have a problem. Oh, come on. Let's ask Biela to fix this. Okay, so to continue, we can enter the postal code and the city or the address, and it's going to calculate, it's going to send that directly to a shipping company. And it's basically going to...
it's going to give you the quote of what it'll cost, roughly what
Exactly,
it'll
it's going to
cost.
calculate everything.
Yeah. So that way, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I see Sweden and Germany. Amazing. That's so cool for me, especially being in the US and then having the products come from West Africa. I love the fact that Sweden and Germany are representing. Hey.
Sarah, look, we have free box dress and throw pillow and accent blanket because we didn't set up the prices yet. That's easy to implement. Once you decide on the prices, we could have actually asked Biela to implement like a placeholder price. We could do like, I don't know, like...
I think everybody that has the opportunity now to order these things, do so while they're still free.
I'll definitely take one. Actually, I'll take 1,000 of them. Do you have... Can you supply 1,000, Sarah?
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Okay. So help me understand now at this point the significance of the Supabase account.
So Supabase is basically serving these items. These are in your account, in your Supabase account, in your database. So now you can track these across, well, yeah, I didn't completely finish this, but now you can track these items across, like if you have an inventory, right? Because you will have an inventory of these items. Let's say you have 1,000 of them, and a person buys one. You're gonna have the in your Supabase account. You're gonna have the count, and that count is just gonna modify if people buy, right? Because otherwise, you wouldn't be able to track all of this stuff. And let's say you have like...
So it's helping me manage my inventory. So Supabase is helping me to manage my inventory.
Exactly. It's
Very
basically
much
like a
so
spreadsheet.
like an inventory management system. It
Okay.
works with regards to the total cost of items you have in there. It's basically your warehouse, your digital virtual warehouse, right?
And Adam
So-
is the best person to talk about this because he knows his stuff.
So digital
Adam.
virtual warehouse for my products, but then also for the customers who are signing up for my newsletter. So those are two, I would say, content blocks that I would expect to be able to manage with my Supabase account. Okay.
Exactly.
Are there any-
So
Are there
it's like
any
a-
others that?
Sorry.
Yeah, you can manage payments, everything regardless for the website.
Sarah, can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
So, on last Friday's stream, you mentioned that Musu has a significant meaning in in both Japanese and Liberian, I think.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, do you want... I don't exactly remember the quote. I forgot a quote, but do you want to add that as a motto for this website?
Like a tagline. Yeah. So I would like to, and what I'm thinking of is because I know that we have this as a project to continue building. what I would like to do is sort of in between get in there and update copy so that it's sort of telling the story that I would like. And I'm thinking that feels like it needs to be my homework, because that sort of creative part of putting the right words in,
I see.
I need
Okay.
to like sit down with and think of it from a storytelling perspective. But
You can still ask Biela if you want. Like, I remember the motto was pretty. It kind of touched me last week, right? Because it was pretty beautiful, but I don't exactly remember it. I think it was something about connecting together. I think it was.
yeah.
And something like that. If you can tell me, please.
Okay, I will look it up, because it's actually, I have all of my
Look,
It was very touching. I do remember the time when I was watching the live stream, and it was very touching hearing that from you. So I really do want to implement that into
Okay. All
the,
right.
the title here, or at
You
least on
can,
the about
and it's
page.
yeah, look, it is about you, and you can sort of give Biela the sort of the user journey, right? So like you said, it's taking the user through the journey, through the different artifacts, through the different materials, and how they became, particular products, and how they mean something to different people. I mean, the user journey is up to you, and Biela can help you create that. So you could give it sort of those prompt points, and Biela will help you create that user journey. Or if you wish, you can do that yourself as well. So it helps you create the UI part of it, right? So it has a
Yeah.
multitude and a facet of different aspects that you can use it for. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, the seller, whoever the seller is, making their e-commerce store, to be able to tell a story of their product, right? And that's what resonates with people, is that they feel connected to the product the same way that you do.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so dropping it in the chat. Essentially, I can tell you, but the meaning of musu, in short, is beautiful.
Yes, I remember.
One who
Okay.
brings joy, abundance, and boundless possibilities to bind and to connect. Those are the.
Ah, man, that sounds so good. I really want to use this on the website.
Okay, I put that in.
Let's see. I think maybe we could put it maybe in the about page, or maybe right here. I mean, it's something so significant, honestly, that I just really want to place it somewhere visible, so that people know that this is, like, Musu is about, is significant. Musu is
Yeah.
something handcraft, something made with love, made by people, made just, yeah, very
Okay,
touching
I
stuff.
have very touching. I love it. So I have another bit of text I'll drop for the about page. It actually is. It could be for as the description of the about.
Okay. So currently, what I'm doing is I gave Biela a task to do. Basically, I asked it to add more West African product placeholders in the database, because currently we only have 2. And I also wanted to display these items in all the categories, and in the favorites and stuff around here. So I'm just gonna wait for it to do that. And
In the meantime, I'd like to pull the boys in. I'd like to pull in Marius and Leo for a second. Guys, if you were creating a e-commerce site, what do you think the most important aspect would be? What is something you would absolutely want to have in an e-commerce site? And Sarah, I'm going to come back to you, because your input this is your site. But Marius, start us off. Something important that you would add to an e-commerce site, for example.
For me or for the users?
For you as the creator, and look at it from the perspective of a user.
Okay, so I think the most important thing for me as a creator will be the admin dashboard, where I can see a lot of analytics, where the users come from, where the users click, everything to be in my database.
okay, since
Like
both
I
of
would
you,
like to know what product is mostly visit.
Also
gonna
nice.
ask
So
Biela
the
this.
analytics part, absolutely important, right? As a business owner, I want to know what they're looking at, what they're clicking at, where they're from, how much they're spending,
Yeah,
sort of
exactly.
that analytics. Yeah, great answer, great answer. Leo, what about you? One thing you would like to see in a e-commerce site, maybe
Yeah,
from the
analytics
consumer
too.
point of view.
Yeah, analytics too, because there are like, I want to see what user spends the most time on what product page, because this way I can have an idea what they're interested in. So I
Great
can
answer, great answer.
I can come up then with a suggestion system. Like, well, I saw that you like this product. Here are some suggestions, similar
Yeah.
products.
Great, great stuff. Sarah, resonating? Is it something that sort of you'd be thinking about as well?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm also looking in the chat and I can see that people are asking like how the admin dashboard will look. Somebody asked about authentication. How do you manage user payments? So I'm taking note of all of these things and I'm going, yes, that makes sense. Hey, this makes sense. I would like to see those things as well. So I'm making a little list. Now, here's what I know, especially as we're coming close to the end of this live, is I have more homework to update the site with my images and sort of finish out a bit of that for the visual. And then maybe we map out for the next live to actually look at the admin dashboard or some of the elements that the guys were just talking about. Yeah, because those all seem very important as well.
Definitely as a business user, for sure, I'd like to know where and what they're looking at. And this idea, Leo, that you mentioned about, I saw you like this, maybe you'd be interested in this. Very much the way Netflix likes to do it to me, where I'll watch a set of movies and then in the next few days I'll have a suggestion for movies that I'd never thought of or seen. And that's a great idea. I love that.
How would they, Leontine, how would they track that? So this is, again, very novice. If I have a customer who's on the site and they're sort of hovering or they're looking at a particular image or part of the page, how will I know that and where will that data be captured?
Well, first of all, the data will be stored also in Supabase. That does more than just inventory. So that's one thing. And I'm not a web developer, so I will ask my colleagues to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking some tags. Each product will have multiple tags. For example, the box dress that you posted will have, let's say, dress and I don't know, women and something like that. Multiple tags, and based on those, we can recommend similar products with similar tags.
Yeah,
Got
we
it.
can use Google Tag Manager or Google Analytics. They have tools already included.
Yep. Okay, currently I'm building the admin dashboard because everyone's a fan of that and everyone wants to see that happening. So before we
Everybody wants
close
a business that makes money, Theo. Everybody wants a business that makes money.
that is true. Everybody wants money, right, Adam? Everybody wants money. Okay, well, I'm gonna build that, and actually, no, I'm not gonna build that. Biela's gonna build that. But before we close the live stream, I want to get this running. I want to get the dashboard running, the admin dashboard, and I want to show people how the admin dashboard works and how you get the credentials going. And for that, I think I'm gonna have to change my screen share to the actual Supabase account so that I can show people how it looks in the Supabase. So let me log into my account on Supabase because I think I am. Actually, I was logged in because yeah. But yeah, I'll change my screen share real quick. Give me guys 1 second. Okay,
Do you
so-
see this comment here? It would be very helpful to see exactly how big sites always tell us there are just 2 products left in stock, order now. Or
wonder if
you
that's-
and 10 others are looking at this product right now. And I ran into that this week. I was looking at a holiday somewhere, and I was looking at a room, and it said there's just one left, and it'll be gone by the end of the day. So
Yeah, so
I
buy
think
it.
these are great things that you should have in a site. Yeah, it seemed to work. It got me to order right away.
Okay, so give me 1 second right now. And I should have my screen shared, right? You
We
guys
can
see?
see your screen.
Currently not. Currently not.
Oh, perfect. Okay, it was added,
go.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, so let's go to the Supabase. And currently this is the account. This is my account, but we're gonna change this to Sarah's account. It's super easy, so don't worry about that, guys. But this is the name. Currently, this is what Biela does. It just creates a random string of numbers. But you can change this in Supabase. But what's more important, we have a table editor here, and we can see all of the tables are right here. Hopefully you guys can see, but I can zoom in a little bit. So we have addresses, we have admin users, and this is our current admin. And it's got the email, it's got the role, it's got a lot of stuff that it can track. It's got cart items, and this is what's gonna be happening. So this is all connected, it's like interconnected. So when you add an item to the cart, what it does, let's say we already have an item in the cart, but this was not implemented, this was implemented before Supabase was connected. Ideally, you would connect Supabase first and tell the project that tell Biela that you want to connect to Supabase. But what we have here is if somebody adds an item in their cart, you can track that in Supabase here, and it's gonna write it in here with the ID of the. Actually, this is ID of. It doesn't really matter actually. Let me unfreeze this. Okay, so it's got the user ID, and the user ID is gonna be the logged in account of the person that's gonna order, right? So if they're currently not logged in, this is not really gonna be tracked, but you actually kind of need an account to order. So they're gonna have a user ID anyway. Then they're gonna have a session ID, product ID. The product ID is gonna be the ID of the product, and we're gonna let me show you the product actually. So here are the products, I believe. If you can just, okay, yeah. So these are all of the items that I told Biela to add. We also have the ones that I added. Oh yeah, here's the box dress and the throw pillow and accent blanket, right?
That's
So
cool. Wow, it connected it like that. And do you see images, or now at this point it's your product title that matters?
so currently we don't have a bucket, I believe, but I told you about buckets. Buckets are a storage drive basically on Supabase. We can have that implemented, but currently it's just using, I think it is it? Category ID. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe we do have a storage. Let's see. No, we don't. Okay. No. So currently, I believe it's just taking the image link that I uploaded, that I gave Biela right here. There's a couple image links I believe I gave. Yeah, here. So it's the Content Studio, but you can have two things. You can have either a like a column here called image link or something like that, and you can store the image link from Biela, as I told you, or you can have a storage bucket, and you can create a new bucket and you can make it public and whatever. And what this does is just creates a drive where you can store the actual images, like the image files, into it, and you can link from this storage to the table. And then when you pull, when the front end, like when this page loads in the items, because it calls Supabase, right? Like it basically phones Supabase, hey, I need all of these items. And when it does that, it's just going to bring all the images as well, the image links being in Supabase store, right? So this is just basically how it works. Hopefully you guys can understand, right? Like hopefully I was clear about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Theo and guys, I think we're coming close to the end of the session here, and there is a lot more that I think we can work with the database and how to manage the database and how to
Indeed,
actually
but
get some use out of it, right?
I do want to show the people the admin page. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm just gonna have to actually let's ask Biela to add a button just for simplicity's sake. Please add a button at the bottom of the page for admin page. Okay, let's go ahead with that. And with this, I'm gonna let the AI finish. And I really want to show people how the admin works before we actually wrap up this this live stream. So, and Biela is pretty quick, so it's gonna be no problem doing this. Oh, should have added it. Let's go ahead and see. Where's admin? Here, admin. There you go. And you got the username and password for the Musu admin. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably, I think Biela gave me the credentials. Yes, there you go. You got the credentials. Obviously, you gotta change this, Sarah, right? Like if you want to use this, you will be able. You will change this, but where you change this is in here. So in authentication, you got the tab here. You can just add a user, or you can go into the table editor and go into, where was it, admin users, and add your own user, or change the password here. I think it uses password hashing, so that's secure. So yeah, you can just make your own user, but for our sakes right now, we're going to use the provided one. So we're going to use admin without space, please. And the password is admin 123. Perfect. Let's sign in. And there we go. This is the dashboard, right? So we got the total products, and we can do a count maybe if you guys want. We have all the items here. I think there's like 23 if I can see. I don't know. Yeah, 23 rows, so 23 items. All right, total orders. You're going to be able to see all the orders here, all the categories, and you can add categories as well. So it's all modifiable once you add the admin dashboard, like you guys suggested to add. It's all modifiable from here. You can just add products, manage, add categories, view all the store stuff, and yeah, you can also see the recent products. And also, talking about the there was like a suggestion, I believe, from you guys about the suggested products. I think it was, right?
Oh yeah, like if someone is, maybe it's tagged so that we can suggest additional products that are like it.
And you can just I don't think we currently have that in place. We have total products here. Yeah, you can just add badges, but we can add a new category here, and we can add that to the Supabase as well. You just ask Biela. Just please ask Biela, and it's gonna do it for you. It's very easy. So it's gonna add a category here called tags, or something like that using Google. I'm not too familiar with Google. Probably Maurice is. But yeah, so we can edit. Let's see. We can edit the category, the URL, whatever, care instructions, base price here. Sorry, if you get, if you decide on a price, you can just come in here. Let's see, where's the, oh yeah, the box dress here. If you decide on a price, you can just change the price and it's gonna work, right?
Yeah, from my admin rights.
You can update product. And this, Sarah, this is basically where you're gonna live on this website, right? Like, you can't.
Okay, so I've got my homework. I've got my homework for me. I know in terms of driving this forward, because I know we all want to see a finished functional site, me included. I will update between now and our next session. I'll update with my own product images and get in there and play around, which will be good, and I can kind of talk us through what that's like in the next session. And then I did take a few notes about things we can discuss in next session, which will drive us forward, but super amazing. This is great. I love the fact that we pushed to get the admin site, because now it's all making sense. And then I think connecting the pieces between the front end, the admin and Supabase is now also making sense for me too.
And
So
you know
that's-
what's great? I'm gonna be for the next live stream as well, so I'm gonna help you out with anything you need. So
Come on.
sounds good, right?
Super.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
be on
guys.
here.
Thank you so much. Great job. Thanks, Theo. Sarah, looking forward to having it move forward.
Thank you so much,
Mary,
Adam,
Theo,
too. Thank you,
thank
Sarah.
you guys. Great job. Looking forward to the next one, eh?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night.
Guys.
Have a good day, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye
Have a nice
bye.
weekend, guys.
Bye bye.